2025, starting off the year. And how was you went to the first official WWE show on Netflix? It was like almost WrestleMania type of production,
Bro,
WrestleMania type of
sold
hype.
out, bro. My first like ever like live
Show.
WWE Raw show. So I was able to like go to like a house show, but Raw Monday Night Raw, dude, like just getting to the arena sucked. And I'll tell you why. Because the Intuit Dome, like it's an amazing venue, but the traffic getting in there, everybody is just so packed, like getting into that, like the shoulder, the parking garages. You're like in traffic. So if you ever go to the Intuit Dome, I suggest going like 2-3 hours before like the actual date because you're just gonna be sitting there. But the show as a whole, amazing, dude. They had like all these crazy like fan events where like you could like they had this like makeup like ramp stage where kids or like people would go and they would record you like making an entrance. So like if you wanted to walk out to like Roman Reigns and like you had like a championship, they would record you on like red
With
cameras
their music.
with their music, like with the fog, and like you making an entrance, and they'd send it to your phone.
That's it.
And dude, like the whole venue too, because it's the Intuit Dome, it's like everything's digital. So it's like you have to like register on your phone. You have to like register your tickets, your car, everything's like on their app. And so it's like, dude, like it makes it just so easy because all you have to do is just scan. You don't have to worry about anything.
Here's a quick word from our sponsors. First sponsor is OC Granite and Tile. It's a construction company here in the Coachella Valley. Over 17 years of experience servicing residential, commercial, whether it's a bathroom, a flooring remodel, a kitchen remodel, an outdoor patio, a fireplace. OC Granite and Tile is here to help, so make sure you guys message them on Instagram. Our next sponsor is Mainline Production, media, brand building, or you want to take your business and have an online presence so you could generate more revenue to your business, or you want to get more eyeballs, or you're an influencer and you want to reach a higher level, let us know. We got videos with millions and millions of views. It's cool. It's cool that people are enjoying the videos, bringing a lot of value, high quality content. So let us know. Mainland Productions, our sponsor for this video as well. Check out the website, send us a message on Instagram.
The show itself, dude, like it literally started with a banger. The game like came out, like they had like just getting to the arena, it was like the stage, the ring was covered like in this like curtain, and they would air like some sort of like little
Like
commercial.
projections. Yeah.
And oh my gosh, dude, like I was like, what is going on? I was expecting it was like what is the ring gonna look like?
Yeah.
Because in SmackDown they made it from white to just blue, so I was like, oh, they're gonna make it red.
A red ring.
But then I also heard online like that they were gonna add like sponsors, like the UFC, like have all these different sponsor logos.
Yeah.
So I was like, I wonder how it's gonna look. And dude, like once the show started, boom, pyro, and then Triple H just like in the ring, are you ready? I was like, bro, I feel the energy, dude. Like literally the whole night, the crowd was shaking. I was like, it, and then all of a sudden, The Rock came out. Like what?
The first one.
The first one. And as a fan, dude, like when they say that he's the electrifying man, dude, like whether if it's The Rock, Stone Cold, or The Undertaker, those three, like for sure, every time they come out, they're gonna get some sort of like great reaction. The only thing about The Rock is that when he came out, The Rock, obviously, he's like the ambassador. He's like one of the head pieces of the TKO Holdings group that like owns the WWE and UFC. The thing is that I feel like even though he was The Rock, he was more
like corporate
Dwayne Johnson than The Rock, because the thing is that the last time that we as fans saw The Rock, storyline wise, he beat the fuck out of like Cody Rhodes, like with the belt. He like made him like bloodied and everything like that. Like they were setting up like this rivalry, and what literally made no sense was that you had the champion of the company in the front row, not even sharing the ring, not even getting an entrance or anything like that. Like you have the Universal Champion, like in the front row, like
Just chilling.
like not even coming out or being part of the show.
Yeah.
Like
But why was he just there? Cody
he
Rhodes?
he was there because they had like all the wrestlers.
Is he in SmackDown or what?
No. He's
Did he even come out throughout the show or no?
So he came out throughout the show, but this is how they started the show. Like he's the main guy. He's the guy that defeated Roman. And on top of that, like he was in the WrestleMania with The Rock. And so The Rock and Cody had beef. But the thing is that like later down the line, Roman ended up tagging with Cody, which is like a big no-no because it's like, he was like, this is the guy that was trying to take the title away from the bloodline, you know what I mean? And they ended up having like this big feud. They lost, and then, but it just feels like they forced you to forget, like, oh yeah, like
this. Yeah, this huge beef, but now he's just
and they just played it off like it was like nothing happened. Like Cody, like he didn't just disrespect, because if you go to WrestleMania 41, this dude is like talking to his mom, like front row, like, look at your boy, like Mama Rose. Dude, if there's like any meme you gotta look at, it's look at you now, Mama Rhodes. But like literally The Rock was just so corporate. Like it felt like we saw Dwayne Johnson, the shareholder, and not The Rock, the final boss. So it's like it felt like he just was trying to appeal to like make the brand look good, or like trying to be PG, but he wasn't like congruent with the story, because in the story he just killed this guy. And on top of that, like I feel like it made Cody look weak because he just forgave him. Like at the end they ended up just having drinks of Terramana, because that's The Rock's brand, and then like ended up just dipping and like having a glass, like nothing happened. Like I was confused. I was like, why is Cody not having a presence? And it just felt weird. But then after that happened, the banger of the match, the match of the night happened. Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa in tribal combat. So the Bloodline, I know, like I need to catch you up to speed, but the Bloodline,
like the Samoan,
is the Samoan. Like the major storylines in WWE happen because of the Bloodline. Either a wrestler interacted with the Bloodline. The Bloodline were just like the family members. They're all family members. Like they have this joke like, oh yeah, like the Samoans are like 72 cousins or something like that.
Yeah.
Because they're all somehow related. But the Bloodline, it's Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, and Solo Sikoa and Paul Heyman. And those are the original Bloodline. Now there's like conflict because it's literally like everything. It's a power struggle. It's like, who's the high chief? Like who's the tribal chief? Who's the head of the table? That's Roman. But the storyline, it shifts because they had this whole dominant reign as like the top guys during the COVID era and this and that, and they fucked a lot of people over because they were trying to protect like Roman having the title and stuff like that. And so a lot of the major storylines happened because of this family dynamic. You had Roman Reigns, who had like the best, like the second longest reign, like over 1,000 days, and then you had like all these like memorable moments. Cody chasing the title and then ending up winning it. But a lot of these dudes like ended up like screwing over a lot of the talents. Like like you'd think this person would win, but then they like the Usos ended up coming out and just interviewing like. So a lot of like the rest of the good storytelling right now happens with the Bloodline, and that's what this was. So it was a big event because Solo Sikoa, who's kind of like a throwback to Umaga in a way.
Yeah.
He's kind of like the enforcer in the group initially, but then after Roman left WrestleMania 40 after losing Cody, he like took a hiatus and he stepped up as the tribal chief.
Oh, okay.
And so it was kind of like, who's the real tribal chief? Because
that fool quit.
That fool quit.
Took a break.
Yeah. So instead of like taking in his brothers, the Usos, he brought in Jacob Fatu. Um, I would say who's like honestly, I could see this dude like having like a title reign like within this year. Tama Tonga and Tangaloa, sons of Haku, and that's like so he made his own bloodline apart from like the OG bloodline.
Yeah.
So it's like these two, it's all family, but it's like just like in real life how like families fight.
Yeah.
Like that's really what it is. But it's like, dude, like this story has been going on for like 4 years, and it's still like the biggest draw, and it's just storyline, bro. Like I feel like what a lot of wrestling companies miss, like AEW or like other companies, is that they don't make things memorable. They don't make you like it's all storyline, bro. Like you can have talents that do like crazy moves and stuff like that, but if things aren't memorable, where like there's no payoff, or there's
You gotta get people to care and to follow these stories, because then it's like you're just watching wrestlers, and you just watch wrestlers at the local fucking tamale festival. But the thing that makes memorable is like you're building these stories. And how's AEW doing right now? Are they like down or what?
they're down, bro. They do well, so they do well during their pay-per-views, like, but during like
The
like
weeklies.
regular tapings, they're like performing in half empty arenas sometimes.
Oh,
Like
wow.
they're not selling out arenas or shows like WWE. And honestly, dude, it's just like they expect you like they like nothing makes sense. Like nothing's thrown into like a story. Like there's no story. They're just great wrestlers that can do crazy flips. But like the thing about wrestling is like you got to make things mean something.
Mhm.
Whether if it's like a catchphrase or a move. Like if you're having like what's the point of a finisher if you hit it on somebody and they kick out
Yeah.
all the time to it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, they lose their.
They lose the credibility, and that's the thing about that. The way that just the main guy is like booking all the shows. So Tony Khan, he's the owner of the Jaguars. He owns like some sort of like football club. On top of also running AEW, he's the son of a billionaire who like I think their family like they have oil money, but point is that this fool is the only he's a genuine fan, but he's the only booker. Like he's the one just putting the matches all together, but he doesn't have like a
Someone
creative
running
team.
it, yeah.
So it's like he's the only one making all the decisions, and sometimes they're good, but bro, like I would say after they lost CM Punk, like it just like
Who's like the wrestlers in AEW right now?
So right now there's one of my favorites is Swerve Strickland. Um, Swerve Strickland, he's cool. He's honestly like one of like the best modern wrestlers right now because he throws in hip hop with actual wrestling, and he's actually brought in like some cool like hip hop people like Kevin Gates. He brought Kevin Gates out like one time.
Oh shit.
He actually made his own song, like rapped about it. There's
fucking speaking of rappers and wrestling, so Travis Scott came out too, huh?
Travis Scott came
at
out.
the
Yeah.
WWE show. Oh, that's crazy.
Dude.
So, how was the pop for Travis?
Oh, dude, like it was like literally like I was at a concert, dude. Literally when I was at a concert, the whole crowd, the whole stadium was shaking, dude. The whole crowd was just like into it. It was like, what the hell? Like he's here. I had a feeling he was gonna be there because like they've been doing all these crazy.
You said his song is like, or he's gonna be featured at WrestleMania this year.
Yeah, he's gonna be. His theme is like the theme song to WrestleMania 41.
Where's WrestleMania this year?
What's that?
In Vegas?
In Vegas. It's
In
in Vegas.
Vegas.
It's 2 nights. It's 2 nights.
I know it's during Coachella weekend too, but I feel like John Cena's last match. You know.
It's his last WrestleMania, not his last match.
Oh, okay.
It's his last WrestleMania. And that's another thing too that came, like John Cena came out, Travis Scott came out. So like honestly, this night, to summarize for you, how was the night? Dude, it was filled with so many moments. You had legends that came out, you had The Undertaker coming out, you had Hulk Hogan. A lot of people booed Hogan.
Oh, how was Hogan from the
dude.
Because you were there. Because I saw a lot of people talking smack or like he was getting
So
booed.
people booed Hulk Hogan because we were expecting Stone Cold Steve Austin to come out. Everybody in the arena expected Stone Cold Steve Austin to come out because before the show started, they did like the arts drone. So they were like any like wrestlers like logo, like the Undertaker's like Tombstone, John Cena, and one of the logos was Stone Cold's like broken skull with the smoke coming out.
Yeah.
And so we anticipated, oh well, if they did the Stone Cold logo, Stone Cold's gonna make an appearance, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's the first show, so they want to draw viewership to like all these like crazy icons. So it's like if you're a fan but you haven't seen it,
you want to see those moments.
you want to see those wrestlers come out because it's like those are your guys. So when Hogan came out, it was like, yeah, but we're Stone Cold. And what made it worse is that he came out wearing his trying to brand his Real American beer, and it's just like, bro, it just felt like a disappointment because it's like you don't associate like. I feel like it was just a slap in the face. It's like you gave us, you know who we were expecting, but then you gave us Hulk Hogan. And don't get me wrong, Hogan is a legend, but it's like when you're trying, like he's trying to bite off of Stone Cold, like with the whole beer shtick and everything. It's like you don't associate Hulk Hogan with beer, like
yeah, he's just trying to. Well, he's trying to appeal. It's called the Great American Beer.
Real American beer.
Real American Beer. So it's like because he was even speaking at Trump rallies.
Yeah.
During the campaign, like Hogan was like really like in it. So I feel like people. They just see it like he's just trying to sell some shit to those people.
Yeah, yeah.
Like instead of just
but
showing.
I would say it was just more of a disappointment of like we were.
But did they boom right away or they boom once he was trying to promote the beer or how did it happen?
It just happened like once he started talking, once he started like speaking into like the mic and everything, like he just thanked all the fans and was just giving like this whole like promo that honestly really didn't mean anything.
Yeah.
And it was just like he was just pandering to the crowd. But we were expecting Stone Cold, bro. Like literally, like we had The Rock. We're like, we gotta get Stone Cold.
Yeah.
We had The Undertaker, like with the riding through like the ring, like congratulating Rhea Ripley who won the women's title. So it's like, bro, like the only one missing is Stone Cold.
What happened with John Cena? How was the pop for him?
Dude, so I missed it. So I didn't know that like your seat, you could charge it. So the cool thing about the Intuit Dome is that you have a USB-C, like literally like right
like a cable?
Like a port.
Just a port.
So like I was worried because I was like recording content. My phone was dying. I was like, dude, like I need to go back to my car. They didn't let me go back, like because there's no re-entry once you leave the stadium. Especially during a show. So it's like I was like looking like all over, like is there a place where I can buy like a portable charger or something like
they
that?
They usually have some.
I know, but like they only give you cables because
they
have the seats that charge your phone. So that's the cool thing about the Intuit Dome is you don't need to worry about like your phone dying because you could just charge it like literally on your chair. So once I spoke to somebody at the desk, they like told me about that, and then I went back to the ring and he was already there. I was like, man, I missed it. But I still got to see him. So, I mean, what, you know.
Yeah. What was he, is he like in a certain storyline? Like, what's his angle towards WrestleMania?
So, John Cena hasn't won a match in like 400 days. He hasn't won a single wrestling match in like 4 years. Every match that he's like wrestled in, he's lost. And right now, he's tied up with Ric Flair for like 17-time world, 16-time world champions. But so the angle with Cena is he hasn't won. He like could beat like Ric Flair's like streak for like the most title wins, like world champion title wins, and he announced he's gonna be in the Royal Rumble. So the whole angle with Cena is this is his last tour. Is he gonna win a title and like beat the streak, like Ric Flair's streak, and go out as the GOAT? I think he will because, bro, like he has to. He's
carried
the GOAT,
WWE for like 15 years.
Literally, dude. Like he stepped up, and so there's that, and it's just like him. He's in a redemption arc where it's like he's this goat, but he's like on his last legs, and he's trying to like, reclaim
So
his.
he's gonna fight Roman Reigns or who?
No,
Cody Rhodes?
he's chasing the title. So the ones that have the title are Gunther, who has the world heavyweight title, and Cody Rhodes, who has a undisputed world title, which is like the one on SmackDown, and Gunther has the one on Raw, which is the world heavyweight.
Who's Gunther?
Gunther is like he's this like big, tall, like German dude. Well, he's
Oh,
from
I've
Austria.
seen him. I've seen him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like an old school type
Yeah,
wrestler.
he wrestles like the.
But
yeah.
he's believable. He's believable. He's this character, but dude, like this guy, he's known for like giving crazy chops. Like it's crazy. His matches, dude, are like really good, and so he's just like this unbeatable, like dominant champion, dude. That's just like you go up against him.
He's Russian.
He's German,
German.
Austria. Like he comes from
Yeah.
Austria, so. So it's like, of course, like as Americans, like we associate him with like being a bad guy.
Yeah.
But he plays this real good, dude. And he was like one of the longest reigning intercontinental champions of all time too. He was like a good reign. So this guy's believable. So John Cena, him going against like foreign people, I think he's gonna go against him maybe. But at the same time, CM Punk is also in the picture too. That's another thing too. CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. That was a huge match. CM Punk literally got like probably one of the biggest pops of the night just because it's CM Punk, and it's like, dude, like this guy's still going at it. He's also in the title picture, so it's like it feels like
Should we need another CM Punk versus Cena moment?
bro. Like it could happen. It could happen. I mean. Like the thing about these older wrestlers is that they're being safe with them, so they're not booking them constantly. Where like they're always doing weekly shows because they don't want them to get hurt. So it's like they're saving them for like the pay-per-views and like the big matches, and so making appearances here and there, but they're not like active, But dude, like honestly, with just wrestling alone right now, it feels like in the early 2000s. With like Triple H, like the star power, you feel like, dude, like anybody could be champion, and it'd be great, like, oh, who's gonna win the champion, Randy Orton or Triple H? Well, like I don't know,
HBK, or Kurt Angle, dude, Undertaker, Kane, like it was just so many. Batista was there, and it's like everybody's like star power. That's cool. I haven't really kept.
That's why wrestling right now, it's like it feels like it's a resurgence of that because it's just like, bro. But honestly. Watching the show live, it was great. Everybody was like on it. Everybody was happy to be there. It was a great like crowd. Everybody was just like everybody was cheering. There was no like not a dull moment, honestly. So everybody was engaging, and also the Intuit Dome. There's no bad seats. So it's like, even though I was kind of like towards like the second like story of like the seating, and I was kind of like far back to the wall, there like you were still close enough where you could see like the middle of the ring. So it felt like you were close, but you weren't like overly far.
Yeah, I think they built it. They spent like I don't know how many billion building this thing to have every seat be part of it, and also has like the world's biggest indoor arena 360 panels.
They had the loop. I feel like they bought they copied SoFi from that.
Well, it's across the street from SoFi. It's in the same like area. SoFi Stadium's across the street. So so it's supposed to be, and also the acoustics. They say they made it to make everything sound louder. I don't know the way they the architecture.
The whole thing was loud, dude, and especially the pyro. Oh my god, dude! Like during the entrances. During the Travis Scott and Jey Uso, like you get to see that more. Also during like the beginning, they did like a whole fireworks show when they did the whole reveal, like Raw on Netflix. Like, dude, I was far away and I felt the flames. I felt like the fire. Anytime when they did like pyro, you felt the heat. So it's like, bro, like, and then the fog too coming down from like the banner, like. They made the whole show interactive, even with the entrances. again, you saw that more with Travis Scott and Jey Uso because it's like the lasers.
And Jey Uso's super popular because I saw where he was doing his entrance with that.
Bro, he's one of the main popular. Like
That was cool.
everybody, all the kids had his merch.
Yeah.
Everybody has his merch. He's like a throwback to Randy Savage because he would wear like the crazy like glasses.
Yeah.
And his catchphrase is yeet. And so it's like his theme music is just, it hypes you up.
Yeah.
Like that's literally like every time he comes out, it's like a blend of like football, how like they always like, you know, in football, like you always pump up. So every time he comes out, it's like, bro, like it's a show because it's like his track is like upbeat.
Overall your wrestling channel, because how many subscribers you are right now?
So Brian V Wrestling is the wrestling channel. We're at currently 54,000 subscribers, and we're close to 54,500. So like close to 55K.
55K. That's
we're like 500 subscribers away from 55K. So it's like, bro, like
now the 2025 is the goal to 100K, bro. I think you're gonna get to 100K. I feel like
if I post consistently, and
then like you have the Royal Rumble coming up, other pay-per-views, just live shows, and then you have WrestleMania in April. I think by like the summer you probably get 100K.
Bro, the goal is just to keep. I feel like for so long I was just like I dimmed my light about like revealing the self to me, like about myself, and I feel like going to the show, it made me realize I got like it's part of me. Like it's part of me, like being a fan, like that's part of me. And I feel like for the longest time I just wanted to not express that about myself because it's like you're human, you want to fit in with people.
Yeah.
So it's like, but now it's like going to the show, it made me realize like, dude, there's a whole audience. I mean, don't get me wrong, the YouTube channel, like with it blowing up, seeing the numbers, like yeah, that's something. But once you see it in person, I'm like, dude, like these are my people. Like everybody I was like, dude, I was like vibing with and everything. It was like they get me, you know? I feel like that's what you get when you go to like these shows too. Like you know, Coachella, concerts and everything. It's like you're with your tribe, you know?
Yeah, you're with people that have similar interests. It's hard when growing up in a town, you make content about certain things and it's like
they don't understand.
Most people don't even know about content. Oh, how's the videos? Oh, what are you doing? But like when you talk to people who like the thing you like, it's like, oh shit, we could connect. And that's what's cool about the internet, because then you could start talking to people online and you meet them at shows, or you meet people at shows, now you follow them on social media, and it's like little by little you start building those relationships. So
the plan for 2025 is honestly just go to more shows, man. Go to more shows. I know you're a fan or have been a fan, and I know you're trying to get into it, but now you can watch it on Netflix.
I'm gonna watch it on Netflix.
Now you can watch it on Netflix.
So I started watching some highlights yesterday from but I'll watch the whole taping. I'm gonna watch it today, hopefully today on Netflix, so I can catch up on what happened, and then I'll try to keep up a little more. And then hopefully you can make it to WrestleMania. That'd be sick.
Dude, honestly, it will be my birthday week too.
Oh,
it's gonna be my birthday, so I'm like, I'm
WrestleMania.
It's WrestleMania, man. So it's like it's gonna be the talk of the town. Goal for 2025 is literally just more energy, dog. Just put more stuff out. I can talk about wrestling all day long. Like, I just need to like be posting out content. Just post, talk about it, because it's like there's always something to talk about wrestling. There's there's news, there's predictions. People are always talking about wrestling, especially now, because it's like Travis Scott too. It's crossed over. Like
it's just wrestling is just part of it. It's like the NFL. It's like all these big products where people there's just so much going on that
it's part of American culture, dude.
Part of world culture now. So
yeah.
It's one of the biggest companies in the world, so it's pretty cool. So, but yeah, we're excited. Hopefully, we'll start rooting for your channel and going hard and posting content daily. So we gotta go hard 2025. More energy.
Yeah, more energy, more content, and honestly, I think another thing too is just doing more work together, man. If we just stick together, just create content together, we're gonna do well.
We're gonna take over the world. That's it.
Take over.
Well, make sure you guys like this video. Make sure you guys follow Brian and let us know your thoughts. Anything we talked about today. We'll see you guys next time.
I'm sorry I dominated that conversation.
No,
just
that was
like,
great.
Bro, I was just thinking clips.
No, it was great because I was just curious. Like I didn't.